make sense of this?
Wait, okay, let me get there. So it's 80 cents times 20. Wait, $16, I think.
That's what I got.
Around there.
I got like 17
But
something.
then we sell them at 20 each. So
then it's like $3 profit in 8x10.
no, way more than that.
It's way more?
Yeah, it's 17 for 50 of them.
Oh.
No, I think we used 100 before. I don't fucking
Wait,
know.
no, yes, we did use 100 because then it was 20 times 100 and we were trying to get to 2,000.
Oh yeah, okay. So if we buy 100 of them at 87 cents each, that's $8.07, right?
Yes.
Or no, is it $87?
Wait.
I just want to know what you're calling this math.
100
Steiner
times
math.
8, it's $87.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know. Get a calculator. That's what.
All right, we'll get a calculator, everybody. All right, bye.
Step into the ring, it's a battle zone. Tight and strong like steel and stone. Hear the crowd roar, feel the vibration. We're taking over, this is Titan Nation. Every grapple, every slam, every thunderous blow. We on the spotlight, we steal the show. With power and pride, we leave them astounded. Tight and proud, in every match we're grounded. Tight and strong, tight and loud. We're the warriors, we're the crowd. Together we fight, together we reign. Titan Nation runs through our veins. Ball veins. Yo, they call me Dank, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Dank move. Check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, instilled the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today is actually TNR night, so I'm excited about that. But we're bringing back from last week's. Oh my gosh, I'm not thinking today. The one, the only Monocyde. Welcome back.
Thank you, Papa Dank. I appreciate it very much for the second opportunity.
Appreciate you coming back, man.
Yes, sir.
We had some interruptions, but that is all over. Let's talk about some upcoming things we got going on.
Of course, of course.
The Bunkhouse Brawl coming up on May 17th in Leechville.
Yes, sir.
What's going on there?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and issue my challenge to Rob Father for the TNR, the Buffalo Island Junior Heavyweight Championship. And I'm pulling out all the stops. We're going to go ahead and we're going to end the story this weekend. It's gone on too far. We've come back to each other back and forth, whether it's singles action, tag team action. The story's got to end. So this weekend, I plan to go ahead and write the end of the story and in some way, not really being Cody Rhodes, but starting on the new chapter.
Oh, man. A lot going on, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes, June 28th.
Yes.
I think that's a benefit show.
Fight for the 4th.
Yes. I looked at that flyer actually this morning and very excited about that actually. You get to be outside for a change.
That's cool.
So That'll be pretty fun, and very much excited for that.
Although it could get a little hot outside.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, as you can see, yeah, I look a little bit like vanilla ice cream, so I could use a couple of shades.
Gotcha. And then coming up is the TNR TCW crossover, the Nature State Collision, Saturday, August 16th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Arkansas, featuring some TNR stars and some Titan stars.
Yes, sir. Very big opportunity. Been talking with a lot of the people in the locker room about it, and everybody's very excited. There's a very huge buzz going on about that. So,
Awesome.
Anybody that's following Titan, make sure to come down and see the collab. Anybody from Arkansas, y'all ain't got nothing to do on that day. Y'all bring the folks, bring the friends. Hey, come see, because it's going to be a spectacle to witness, and it's going to be a night to remember for sure.
It is 100% going to be a night to remember, and I'm hoping to be in the house that night for the crossover. Yes.
Oh, wow. Actually going to be able to meet face to face. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
yes.
That's going to be cool. All right.
I will be down there filming my vlog, my Papa Dank vlog. So, yeah, I'm excited for that too. All right, let's go. Yes, go ahead.
Make sure when you come down, you come find me.
You'll be my first stop.
All right.
Oh, here we go, Rob Father. Challenge accepted. I want to make sure and kick your ass out of it.
If you can get your foot up that high, at least.
All right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's talk about how you fell in love with professional wrestling.
Oh, wow. All right. So, excuse me if I start getting a little choked up.
It's okay.
So, my grandfather, my definition of Superman, we sat down during the WCW days, and I got to see Sting rappel from the rafters. Very first episode I ever saw of any wrestling of anything.
Right.
And I got to see this very odd, particular black and white faced man in a trench coat and a bat come down out of the darkness, and seeing the vulture that he had on his arm at one point, just seeing his presence and feeling his presence was something that connected my grandfather and I at a very young age. I was age 4 at that time, and since then, wrestling has been a part of my life. It's been in the greatest days that I've ever had, and it's been there for some of the darkest and coldest ones.
Wow. Brings back a lot of memories of your grandfather.
Yes. Fun fact, my granddaddy, Patrick M. Marble, was actually a professional baseball player.
Wow.
Yes, he played for the it's the Milwaukee Brewers, excuse me. He was a relief pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers back in the late 70s.
That's awesome.
If there's anybody that's got a baseball card out there, let me know.
Send it your way, 100%. Man, that's interesting. I was at a baseball game last night.
Yeah, it's baseball is actually a family sport for us. We're actually all LA Dodgers fans originally. I'm from California, Southern California, actually. Okay. So yes, and baseball, football, like sports all in itself has been something that's run through all of our blood. My father was actually a motocross rider. Was supposed to ride for. Have you ever heard of the Krusty Demon tapes?
I have not.
Okay, so I've
heard of motocross.
Yeah, so back in, I think it's like between the 90s and the early 2000s was this group of guys called the Krusty Demons, and they were filming some really wild and bizarre motocross videos. There was one where a guy was sleeping in bed, woke up to his alarm clock, smashed it, hopped out of bed. His 2-stroke dirt bike, his Yamaha, or I think it was the Yamaha that was sitting on a stand, was in right next to his bed. Literally hops on the bike, kickstarts the bike, kicks a stand out from under it, rides all the way down the stairs, rides up the ramp, puts the bike on the truck, takes off to the dunes, and then takes off into the dunes. My dad, my father, was supposed to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And he ended up having my oldest brother and I, and he chose to be the father over going out and, claiming fame. So
Gotcha. Okay. Erica's got a question. It's her forever question. What is your favorite thing about doing promos?
favorite thing about doing promos. Sometimes when it comes to doing promos, you can find places where you can honestly release a lot of the things that are going on in your personal life. There have been a lot of times in the past couple of years I've involved my personal life into what happens, because there's been some days where it's been very dark. And in those days, talking about it and thinking about it and trying to figure out how to release it, you can only talk about it so much. But putting on the paint and releasing some of those things has really helped me let go of a lot of trauma, a lot of things that I've held on to. I've been able to grow as a person. And not just that, but handing out my experiences inside of my promos, I feel like can maybe reach out to at least one person. And that's my motto. If I can take one person away from the dark world that they live in and be their beacon of light inside of that darkness, I've done my job. And that's what I want. I want to be people's beacon of darkness, or beacon of light inside of darkness. Because like I said last week, without madness, there would have never ever been a Monocyde.
Okay. Serena's got a question for you. If you could add anyone to the Toxic Twins, who would you pick?
Oh,
not Rothfather.
Oh no, negative. So I've had this thought, and I've thought about it, and I've thought about it. And if there's anybody that I would add to the Toxic Twins, it would be my tag partner, Funny Face.
Okay.
We are originally part of Psychoactive, and I feel that adding Funny Face to the Toxic Twins would really, really help give us an edge, but also make us feel more as a unit. So, yes, Funny Face. And shout out to Funny Face and Dr. Bombastic. I miss you. I love you. But yes, Funny Face.
Okay. Rob Father's got some more comments for you. When you see what I have in store for you Saturday, you will be speechless.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got you speechless right now.
All right, Twitter fingers. I see you, Twitter fingers.
It's Herb Simmons saying hello.
Herb Simmons.
Yes.
Herb Simmons.
He is the owner of SICW Wrestling, and this Saturday is St. Louis Fan Fest, which he is in charge of, and it's going to be a great event. So if you're in St. Louis, go to Fan Fest 3.
Oh, Herb Simmons. It's pleasure, sir. Pleasure.
All right. Rob Father, Empty Threats.
Empty threats that we can take care of on Saturday. Now, you're not even relevant unless we're going to talk about more of the Junior Heavyweight Championship. So go ahead, drink your Diet Mountain Dew, go kick your feet up, take your back brace off. Let us have our time. You had yours last week.
I'm drinking Prime movie. All right, Abigail, who has been your favorite match so far? I already know, but everyone else might want to know. Good question, Abigail. What has been your favorite match, and then go into what has been your most difficult match, and who are the opponents?
So, all right. So, shout out to the authentic Ray Ivy, and shout out to Triple J of QWL. This past weekend, the match that we were trying to promote literally has become my favorite and most memorable match. I literally went backstage and cried floods of tears with Ray Ivy afterwards, and made sure to express how much fun and how I went hard. I went harder this past Saturday, and mind you, you can still kind of see my battle wounds, which I wear with honor. But I had the most fun, and I feel like I pushed myself the hardest, even though with my personal life I've got some things going on. I pushed all that aside, and I came I came after it. Us as Toxic Twins, we hit the ground running Saturday night, and we gave it our absolute all. So I will say my favorite match has to go to QWO. And I mean, I've had some other fun matches, along with that. I'll say tied with the QWO match, I will say shout out to Archer Mosley, which is my best friend. Any match that I've ever had with him has always been a blast. It's always been a release, and there's never been a worry in the world. We just go out there and we rock it. So, Archer, I love you. I'll see you later, brother. But yes, but I will also say my most hardest match. I honestly will have to say that also goes to QWO.
Okay.
I've had some rough matches, but if we're gonna go and talk about the toughest ones that I had to give my soul for, I gave my soul this weekend to the canvas. So I will give that one also to QWO. So yes, my hat is being tipped to QWO on both questions.
Okay. Now let's go into the origin of your look.
The origins. Okay.
How did you come up with that? Even though I think you already gave us the answer.
Well, see, originally, I'm actually going back to the roots, for the end of the Rob Father story and I. So in the beginning, I didn't quite have, say, substance with Monocyde. I had kind of a vision, but it comes to the point where I couldn't quite find a root setting for him. So I went through and I watched some scary movies and things like that. Nothing came. Modern day monsters, Draven Morrow, Bruce McGowan, the Werewolf. They've been very big helps ever since the beginning. And I sat down with Werewolf and I said, I'm having trouble putting this together. Like, I feel like I have it, but I feel like I'm missing something. So he told me to go watch 31, Rob Zombie's 31.
Okay.
And Doomhead is where I finally found the inspiration to unlock the madness and really just run wild with it. Right. So I sometimes feel myself get a little lost in the madness and I got to bring myself back a little bit. But it's one of those things where being mad like that, being crazy like that, is something that when the fans ingest it, it's like they're living their madness through me. They're able to go crazy through me, through seeing me do what I do. So it's also kind of an outlet per se.
Right. Yeah, you draw them in through your character that you are. Yes.
Yes. Of course.
You're doing your job then. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you. I will say when I started as a heel, and starting off as a heel and being very much in your face as I was, it caught the attention. I will say I came out looking kind of Spirit Halloween-y, which when I took the cloak and the mask that I had off, it set a whole different tone. So it come to the point where I was told, lose the gown, lose the mask, keep the paint, and keep the insanity. And ever since then, it's been history, or history in the making, at least.
All right. How long does it take you to get your makeup on?
Depends on how much paint I'm wearing.
Average.
So if you look at the promo picture, I have the black paint running down my arms, down my neck, agony across my chest. Sometimes the paint just continues to flow wherever. There's some points when I want the paint to look pretty, and I'll take the couple hours to go away from everybody, set my what's the word I'm looking for? It's when painters have their canvas in front of them, but they have what they're looking at standing behind them, so they can peer over and do the, okay, yes, I'm gonna paint it here. So I'm painting from here to here, but I'm not quite painting what's here to here, but I'm painting my own version and recollection of what I see and feel with this. And that's how you get a lot of what you get. Like, for example, right now, it looks jokery, but
That's what I was thinking that.
Yes, but Scooby-Doo fans will realize that the smile, the eyes, and the lines is the floating ghost from the first Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh wow, man,
Yes.
you're a really deep thinker. That's really good.
Well,
Really good
thank
stuff.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I could definitely see you up here doing stuff with Titan, man, in the future.
Well, I will say if Titan would like to book me at some point, I would be very open to it. Just of course making sure schedules and times line up, of course. But
100%.
honestly, opportunities, I'm willing to kick in any door. So whatever doors, whoever wants to come knock on the door, come knock.
Good stuff. I don't think I talk about this a lot, like on here, but like behind the scenes when I talk to a lot of professional wrestlers,
Yes,
I
sir.
tell them they just need to go everywhere. Every
Yes, sir.
promotion that you can do in every state that you can go to,
Yes, sir.
have to do it, because that's where
Yes,
you
sir.
make your connections. That's where you meet people. That's where you
Yes, sir.
build relationships with promoters,
Yes.
companies, fellow wrestlers who are, oh, I work with this guy. Hey, it would be good here. Stuff like that, you know. But the
Right.
problem that I see with some people is that they can't go and do all that stuff. So they kind of get stuck in one area. So you got to be willing to like say, no, this is what I want. I'm going 100% all in.
Right. Yes.
And that's what you got to do.
And that's kind of my thing right now, is that a lot of people don't realize is I'm actually 29 years old. I'm not young. I'm not 21. I'm not 18. So time's kind of dwindling. So with my career, I don't have time to play around.
Right. You got to make it work now.
Yes. And with TNR, Wrestling with Pride, and Vapors Championship Wrestling, by the way, I love all of you. They have really helped me start building my rocket. So by next year, there's going to be some big companies to know who Monocyde is, and those people are going to come knocking on my door. And I promise that. I'm putting that in the air right now.
Awesome, good stuff, man. We're gonna man, we've been so deep in this. Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
What does Monocyde like to eat? What's your favorite food, man?
Well, we're going. See, in the past couple of years, I've been on turkey, fish, and chicken, just trying to keep it clean, trying to bulk up a little bit. I've spent a lot of time in my life being between 150, 160. And when I started, I was like, I have to get a little bigger. I'm not going to try to go, can't see my neck and shoulders or whatever. But I do want to add size. Like my dream body is to kind of match Spider-Man in a sense, but not comic book skinny Spider-Man, but more of like the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. He's not big, but he's not small either, but you can still tell there's muscle there.
There's muscle in there, yeah.
Yes.
All right. So no room for dessert then.
Dessert. I've got lots. My kick lately has been tres leches kick.
Tres leches. Oh my
Tres
god!
leches.
I didn't expect you to say that.
Oh yes. I've actually got a little bit of Hispanic in my blood, so
Okay.
there's a lot of things that I enjoy, like menudo, pozole.
Wow.
The whole. I've eaten cow tongue, cow stomach. I've had brains. I've had eyeball soup once or twice as a child. Oh yeah. Yes, very much. I indulge in the foreign cuisine. I think a couple years ago I went to a Mongolian restaurant and tried squid for the first time, and I was
Really?
it was so good. It was one of those things. My baby brother looked at me and was like, "I don't know about that." And I was like, "I know, I'm eating it." Actually tastes like chicken in a lot of ways, and I know it's weird because everybody just wants to say it. And it tastes like chicken. No, it tastes like legit. You pan fried some chicken, like not deep fried, but threw it in the skillet, butter, salted it, da da da. But yeah, yes,
Wow.
very much so.
Oh man.
TJ, I love you, brother. I love you.
Allie's not liking it now.
Oh,
All right. Let me see. Promotions you want to work for that are on your radar.
oh wow. Okay.
And how come?
All right. Well, of course, there's the obvious answers. People like ROW, people like AEW, New Japan, um, Game Changer Wrestling, WWE, which is of course the top goal. But if we're shooting for the next tier, I have to say Game Changer Wrestling or Prestige Wrestling out in California.
Okay. States you want to work in that you haven't worked in yet.
I will honestly say I would love to go home and wrestle. Go down to Southern California and go do a show. I would like to go to Florida, New York.
Okay.
I don't know why, but this one just hit me. Hawaii. And Texas. Honestly, Texas is one of those big ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have come out of Texas.
A lot of wrestling.
Yes, a lot of wrestling blood. A lot of people that are now royalty. So it's one of those things. I'm open to anybody. Honestly, NWA Texas is actually down there. Dog Pound Wrestling. When I was working over at Gladiator Championship Wrestling, I had learned that Dog Pound Wrestling became a branch off of NWA, and they're branched off of NWA Texas now.
Right.
So I honestly heard about that. Honestly, would love to go down there with Roddy Mack and train under him. But it's one of those things where people come knocking. I'm open to all.
Yeah, 100%. Allie's got a message. Who's your favorite female wrestlers that you have worked with or see work? I'm curious.
Well, first off,
Allie
Savage. Allie Savage, yes. Fun fact, Allie Savage is technically baby sister. We've been best friends for the last couple years that I've been in the business. But yes, I will say Allie Savage. Cassie Cross is another good one to watch. Very, very fun to watch. Asa Morta, which is part of Modern Day Monsters. And shout out, hi mom, I love you. Let's see, who else have I seen work? I can't remember her last name, but her name's Autumn. She wrestled for TIWF, and I met her up there when I went up there for Damian Wayne. That was his name. Damian Wayne did a seminar at TIWF, and I actually met her. So Miss Autumn, I'm sorry that I can't remember your work name, but I'm giving you your clout. I love you. But yes, those are so far the best female workers I've seen work.
Awesome. All right. What does the rest of the year look like for you?
Well, it's okay. So I know that Pride, TNR, and VCW all have me for the year. We have a scramble match coming up. Either it's a scramble match or it's a battle royal for the Pride Bowl ring coming up in for Pride Bowl 2. Coming up for Wrestling with Pride. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Once every month, being with Vapors Championship Wrestling. And then, of course, TNR. Further than that, I want to come tell great stories. I want to come through and continue to attempt to bring people to light that are sitting in darkness. I want to be able to, most importantly, go out and have fun and put on great matches. So if championships come, they come. But they're very humbling to have. But in this business, I you told me I could curse, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my first one. I love this shit.
Go ahead.
I love this shit. I love everything about it. Everything from setting up the ring to get ready to train, all the way to feeling the butterflies till you get to hear the bell start your match, and then coming off of the adrenaline and talking about everybody's matches and talking about, oh, this happened and oh, we did this. And one thing that I really do enjoy is getting the constructive criticism, because one thing I know is that I'm not perfect. I'm not the best wrestler that walks into any room, but I can tell you that I want to be the best in the room. So if I'm not growing, I'm not doing something right. So if anybody, and this goes to all vets that are watching, if you have constructive criticism, very open to it. DMs are all open, as long as it's respectful and you're not coming over here like Mr. Carl Clapper or whatever person from MCW. I don't mean to throw a shot, and I'm sorry to throw a shot, but
I hate you.
Come correct. Come correct. That's all I ask. Come correct.
All right, Monocyde, thank you for joining me tonight.
Yes, thank you very much. I have had so much fun. Again, I've waited on this opportunity, and I'm glad that I was able to sit here and have this with you. So
I appreciate you coming back, man. Seriously, good stuff.
Yes,
good stuff for you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, make sure everybody follows Monocyde, and of course, this Saturday, the Raw Father gets some payback from Monocyde. Check it out, Bunkhouse Brawl. Check out TNR Wrestling to get your tickets for that event. A lot of stuff happening. All right, as for me, I'm back in a few with Hunter Bordeaux, also from TNR and Wrestling with Pride. He'll be on with me. Thursday, I had to reschedule Junior Flow, but he will be on tomorrow night. And then Friday from NWA Exodus, Man Bun Jesus is in the house with me. He's hanging out with me. And yeah, that's going to be great too. Also on Friday at 8, I'm going to have the owner of Rising Stars Women's Wrestling, as we're going to announce our next, actually, we're going to announce the full card of this coming Friday night. Make sure you check that out. Whew, there's a lot going on. This Saturday, I'm going to be at Titan Championship Wrestling's Chosen One tryouts. I'm going to see how that goes firsthand and hopefully get a word with Sonny Ono after. And then after that, of course, is Titan Championship Wrestling presents Rise of the Titans. As you can see, the card is stacked, Monocyde. Stacked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Lots of bodies. Lots of bodies.
Lots of bodies. I think you and Amity LeVay would be great friends. I'm just throwing that out there. Coming up May 31st, NYWC presents Friend or Foe. Go to NYWC Pro Wrestling to get your tickets. As you can see, Man Bun will also be at that event, as well as the cause of it all: Joey Conway, Kate Lothbrock, Giorgio Lawrence, Jorge LaBestia, A1G, Randy Summers, Mike Mistretta, and so much more. And then in June, NYWC will be hosting an ID Showcase tournament.
Ooh.
Full of WWE ID talent. They'll all be there.
Shout out to Cappuccino Jones, by the way, for that.
Yeah.
I got to share the locker room with him once.
Yeah,
so.
he's gonna be there. Him, Bryce Donovan, Ricky Smokes, Sada Steele, Kylie Ray. Man, so much. Swipe right. So many people there that night. Get your tickets at NYWC Pro Wrestling. Monocyde, thank you for everything. Hold on for a minute, everybody else. I'll be back
Thank you very much.
No problem.